Hello, I am Miss Dairo and you're welcome to Classroom Matters. Now, today I'm here for the teachers in the house. This is the era of virtual learning and we all are trying to adapt to the online classroom. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use the PowerPoint app to create an amazing lesson for your students. You're welcome back to the classroom. I believe you've downloaded your PowerPoint app. So we click on it. We click on the plus icon here and it brings us to the blank presentation which we'll click on. So we have this. Now PowerPoint deals with slides, so you create your lesson in slides. To make this video short, I'm going to be using 3 slides. I'm going to be explaining using 3 slides. So depending on how long or how short your lessons are, sometimes you might need 10 slides, 2 slides, 5 slides, but I'm going to make use of 3 slides here. Now the first slide, I'm going to have the subject I'm teaching and the topic. Now you can have whatever you want to write here. Some might write mathematics class by Miss Ojo. So depending on what you want to put there. But I'm just going to go with, now you double tap when you want to write anything, you double tap. I'm going to go with basic science. And I double tap to add subtitle. The topic I'm going to be teaching is soil. Now you can see the font size is really small. I'm going to have to increase the font size. Now I tap on the text and I come over here, tap on the font size and I increase it. Okay, the spelling of my basic, I omitted my X, so I double tap and I put basic here. So I want to make it bold. I tap on my bold. We move to the soil. I increase the font to, let me use 36. Then I make it bold also. If you want to change the font, you can change the font here. But I'm okay with the font I have here. So I want to underline my soil. I come over here and I've underlined soil. Just in case you want to change the font color, you have the font color here. So that's all for my first slide. I have basic science and the topic is soil. Now I want to move to the second slide. Now I come here, I have my new slide, I tap on it and it brings me here. Now for this second slide, I want to change the layout, the way the page looks. So I come here and I go with this layout. Now I'm going to double tap to title. So there I'm going to write what is soil. What is soil? So let me increase the font size. You don't want to make it too big. So what is soil? Now I double tap again. Let's say soil is the uppermost part of the earth. Now that is really tiny, so let me just increase the font too. Okay, there's no need to make that bold. Now this, why I changed the font was because I want to use an image to further explain what I'm going to teach. So to add the image, you come to this home here, you tap it, and it brings other menus there. So to insert a picture, you tap insert, and you have your table just in case you want to insert a table. You have pictures, you have videos, audio, shapes, text box, depending on what is relevant to the lesson you want to create. So I want to insert a picture. I tap on picture. So to add my picture, I come to home, then you press insert. You can insert your new slides, table, pictures, videos, audio, shapes, text box, depending on what is relevant to the lesson. So I'll be tapping on pictures. Now, you must have the picture you want to use or the video you want to use already downloaded on your phone. So I tap again on photos, then it brings me to this side. So let me just choose, okay, let me pick a random picture. Now this is the picture. I press done. Now you can see the picture over here. If I want to increase the size, I just have to drag this, drag it. So if I had tapped video, the video would also have come over to this side. Now I want to move to the next slide. Now remember the other time I wanted to add a slide, I tapped there and I clicked on new slide. Now there's another way you can also add a new slide. You come to the home, press on insert, and you see your new slide. Now we'll tap it. It brings out a new slide. Now if you don't like this layout and you want to work with another layout, you come over here. Now let's say I want to insert a table this time, so I need a broader layout. I can come to this side. So I can double tap it and say soil, types of soil, and their properties. Type of soil and their properties. Now for this, I want to use a table. I want to insert a table. Now you can already see your table here, but if you don't want to insert it this way, you can come here. You have your insert, your table. You click on your table. I'm just going to drag this down. Now I want to work with more, so let me insert above. Okay, let me insert one more. Okay, so now I tap on it, tap on the first one, and I have soil type, the next one I want to have properties. Now remember I said if you want to put in a text, you have to double click, don't just click once. Let's just say what should I write there? Color, maybe. Okay, so the first one I want to say clay soil. Okay, so I'm just going to stop there. That's about the second slide. Now let me go to my, sorry, that is the third slide. Let me go to my fourth slide. I know I said I'm going to just go with 3 slides, but I just want to explain other options for you. Now we have this draw. Just in case you don't want to insert a table, a video, or a picture, you just want to draw something random. Like most times when I'm teaching mathematics and I want my students to see what I'm teaching as I'm solving it, I make use of draw. So draw with a mouse or touch. You can see, let's say I want to say 4 plus 4 equals 8. I want to erase it. I use my eraser and I rub it off. Now, if you want to make use of this drawer, you can change the layout. Go back to home. You can change the layout, and I can just use a fully blank layout, yes, so that it just looks like a whiteboard. So I move on back to draw with mouse or touch. Here you have to click your draw with mouse or touch before you'll be able to draw there. I want to increase the thickness of my pen. Let me go with this. So I have 5 times 1 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 times 3 equals 15. So I know this is not related to the topic I was explaining, but I just want to explain how to use the draw option there. Now we have the design. Now if you have your data on, this design is going to show you other beautiful and colorful presentations, already set presentations that you can just use. You just have to edit few things there, unlike the default presentation that we use, which is a blank presentation. Now I'm done with my presentation. I go back to the slide 1. Now I want to see what we've worked with. You come here and you press slideshow from the beginning. Now you can see basic science soil. You can see just slide through and it goes to the next one. Can you see that? Beautiful, right? Now let's go back. There's something else I want to explain. Now, just in case you want to put transition, probably when you slide through, you don't just want it to bring out the next one. You want it, you want something different. If I come to your transition effect, this, okay, yeah, transition effect. Now let's go back to see what it brought out for slideshow from the beginning. Now let's slide through. Transition effect. Effect option. Apply to all. Thanks. Yes, apply to all. So that was what I skipped. So when you've changed the transition, you have to click apply to all. Then let's move back to review. Oh, sorry. Slideshow from the beginning. Can you see that? Can you see that it's different from the first one I did earlier? So that is what transition does to your presentation. Now let's check out animation, entrance effects. So this is basically for the test you've used. Okay. So let me check this again, slideshow from the beginning. So let me just add another slide. I can just come here and this is another slide. Now I want to also work with a blank layout. Yes. Now let's say you want to add a shape. So it's either you add it, you can see we already have the shape icon here, or you can just come to insert and you insert your shape. You can make it big, small, however you want it to be. So there are other, now you can also change the color if you want. So what I would just want you to do is to download the PowerPoint app. Try to set up a simple lesson, probably a lesson of just 3 slides. Just work out with the basic icons here. Then as time goes on with practice, you'll get familiar with other icons. You'll be able to create a very beautiful lesson with it. So at the end of the video, I'm just going to show you previous lessons I've created. Like I said, if you have your data on, you would see more beautiful themes that you can use. So I'm going to show you themes that I've worked with. Now, this is the part one of this lesson. In the part two, I'm actually going to be showing you how to match up your voice with the video slides you've created. You've created the video, the PowerPoint app, you've created the presentation, sorry. You've created the presentation, you've saved your lesson. Now you want to present your lesson. Probably you want to present it and send it to YouTube or to whatever platform you use for your online lesson. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to match up your voice with the presentation that you've just created. So now let's go back to see this. Now remember the animation I did the other time. You'll see the effect on the basic science. So you can also use that for other tests on your slides. Now to save your lesson, to save the lesson presentation, you come over to the side and you have save. Now there are two options. If you want to share, probably you just want your student to be able to access the presentation as PDF. You don't want it in a video form. So if you just want it as PDF, you tap your share as PDF. But if you want it to be in form of a video, you tap on save. And I can see my autosave is on. So once I just create a lesson on my PowerPoint app, it automatically saves the lesson because I have my autosave on. So that is it. My lesson has been saved. So in the next class, if you want the lesson in a video format, I'm going to teach you how to do that in the next lesson.